Harry's veiled dig over hanging up his military uniform in Invictus Games speech. Prince Harry appeared at the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games in Dusseldorf this evening, where he gave a speech to competitors and talked about hanging up military uniform. Welcome to Royal Expert. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss any news about the British royal family. Prince Harry appeared to make a pointed swipe at hanging up uniform during a speech at the opening ceremony of the Invictus Games. The Duke of Sussex addressed the crowd in Dusseldorf as he officially opened the 2023 Games in German city this evening. During the hour-long ceremony in front of dignitaries and veterans, he appeared on the stage to a huge standing ovation, with some even chanting "Harry, Harry." Unlike last year, he was not introduced to the stage by his wife Meghan Markle, who will join her husband at the Games next week. He began his speech in German, welcoming everybody to the event, before he switched back to English and started talking about military uniform. He said, "Remember that feeling of pride and honor when you first wore your nation's flag on your uniform. Most of us perhaps remember more its final outing, or the time we hung it up for good. Am I right in saying for some, it represented a cape? Perhaps a shield or an escape. For others, an opportunity at recognition or a calling. No matter what it meant to you then, or your reasons for signing up, it was always about being of service to others and to your mates." He continued, "Ultimately, you were part of a purpose bigger than yourself and that feeling felt good." His comments come after he was banned from wearing military uniform after he and Meghan quit their royal roles and he was forced to give up his military affiliations. At King Charles' coronation earlier this year, he wore a mourning suit. He also wore a suit for his beloved grandmother, the late Queen's, funeral last year, despite calls for him to be allowed to wear military dress. However, one exception was made when Harry wore uniform during a vigil around his grandmother's coffin in Westminster Hall. However, it was later claimed Harry was devastated at having to remove the ER symbol from the uniform even though Prince William was allowed to keep his. After the initials were not removed from William, a pal told the Sunday Times, he, Harry, is heartbroken. To remove his grandmother's initials feels very intentional. Reports suggested Harry nearly decided to wear the mourning suit anyway to avoid humiliation. The last time he wore a military uniform, before quitting as a working royal, was in March 2020 when he wore full regalia as Captain General of the Royal Marines at the Mountbatten Music Festival at the Royal Albert Hall. Also in the speech, Harry made reference to Meghan, who is believed to be at home in California with their children Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Harry referenced that his wife found out she has Nigerian heritage, something she previously talked about on her Axed Spotify podcast Archetypes, and joked there would be rivalry as he would be supporting the African nations team. Harry's appearance at the opening ceremony comes just hours after he faced an angry demonstration against him and the Invictus Games, including from one protester repeatedly shouting "Bomber Harry." Reinhold Burmeyer, 68, was among protesters standing behind a barrier shouting and waving just yards away from the prince when he stepped out of a car at Dusseldorf City Hall at 2:50 p.m. He was also holding a homemade sign reading "Bomber Harry." Speaking about Harry, who caused outrage when he revealed he had personally killed 25 Taliban fighters, he said, "Harry is a representative of the British establishment that has waged war without any legal reason. They are responsible for them being injured and now are celebrating this. I think the Invictus Games should be cancelled." The opening ceremony of the Invictus Games comes just a day after Harry enjoyed a whistle-stop trip to the UK. On Thursday, he was at the World Child Awards in London, and yesterday, he attended a vigil at the late Queen's resting place on the first anniversary of her death. Thanks for watching till the end.